My art before art school?
Boo. Bad. That is bad art. Not cool. So not in. I hate it.
My art after art school.
Yummy.
How to draw the Batman. First draw this funky M, then connect the bottom, then draw this fancy little hat, add random line over here, and the letter B over there. Doodle in some eyes, and don't forget that sharp and sexy cheekbone. Add a curved line in his other bat ear, and whatever this shape is. Make him pissed off, clean up all the failure. Wow, he do be looking like El Batman, but he could use a little more detail. Whoopsie!
I'm vengeance.
Hey, we got the accent challenge. Shout with me, dirty from us 10. Bing. Alright, number 1, we got Beanie. Number 2, we got Heat. Number 3, we got It. Number 4, we got Beat. Number 5, we got And number 6, we got Cheat.
How to use a pencil like the old masters. First, sharpen a 2.5-inch lead to a tapered point. Then, hold the pencil to the side and use the very tip of the lead to get into the grooves of the paper. Make sure never to shade using the up and down M motion. Instead, use singular directional strokes. Each layer of shading should have its own consistent directional mark. And switching this direction with each layer helps you really get into all of the grooves of the paper. This will make each layer get progressively darker and less noisy, leaving you with a beautiful, smooth finish.
I promise you, this is going to be the easiest tutorial on how to draw realistic feet. You're going to want to save this. Once you get these basic shapes down, I'm telling you, it practically draws itself. Draw the big toe halfway through the bottom oval. Then draw the circles for the rest of the toes. Now here's the cool part. You already got the start of the toenails. Just add these lines underneath. Add the lines for each toe to the end of the oval. Erase, pow.
Drew clouds like this because I thought realism was too hard. Please don't do that. If you want to draw realistic clouds, I'll show you how. On the horizon line, draw 3 mountain silhouettes. And let's say this is a grassy field. We'll come back to this later. Next, fill in the mountains and evenly shade the entire sky. Just don't go too dark. Then add a layer so the sky is darkest at the top. Now, using your eraser, draw the shape of the clouds. Any shape is fine, but I encourage using reference. Now use the point of your pencil to add a dark shadow on the top of the clouds. And since the bottom of the clouds are in shadow, shade them so they're darker than the sky. Then use your finger to smooth over any scratchy areas and shade the foreground so the bottom of the image is darker than under the mountains. Finally, add a few details in the grass and you're done. Please like, follow.
yours turn out?
How to draw a monkey. First, you're gonna give it a head. I haven't posted a drawing in a while, and honestly, I've been having a hard time keeping it up. It can be long and hard, and sometimes even just the performance anxiety makes it difficult to keep up. Even when I was able to get past the longness and hardness of it, sometimes I just wasn't able to finish, which made me feel much worse. The motivation was tough to find, and I often had to force it deep inside myself. I kept pushing until I finished. Another thing that helped me feel a bit better was appreciating the small things, like my cockroach drawing, or even all 4,000 of you who are following me, which is still crazy to me. It's been really cool, and I appreciate y'all. Sometimes you really gotta dig deep inside yourself to stay disciplined. And if that seems too difficult, well, Mr. Monkey can help by going deep inside you with his giant dick.
Excuse me, ma'am. You got money falling out of your bag.
God damn it. I'd better go back and see if I can find it all. Thanks, officer.
Hey, not so fast. Where did the money come from? You rob a bank?
No, my backyard borders on the parking lot of the football stadium. Each time there's a game, fans come and pee in the bushes all over my flower beds. So I hide behind the bushes with my hedge clippers, and each time someone sticks their pecker through the bushes, I say, $20, dude, or off it comes.
Okay. So what's in the other bag?
Well, not all of them pays up.
Hey, I'm gonna teach you how to draw crystals. You ready? So I like to draw them on grass. So first we're gonna start draw like grass, like that. Yeah, whoa, wee, wah. So we're gonna go up, this way, down. And starting from this top point, we're gonna go line down, connect. Yes. From these two lines, we're gonna go down and down. And that's how you do it, and then you just add more crystals wherever you want. And add details, and you're done. Ta-da! Pretty! Oh, okay.
You can draw. Day 43. 1 minute drawing tutorial. Rectangle. Line in middle. Swoopy lines on each side. On bottom too. Connect. Slanted line and more lines for the pages. line. And can draw lines like this for flipping pages. And done.
Can you teach me to draw something easy like a cute puppy? Sure, start with 2 circles for the eyes and leave a couple empty spots in there for the reflection. The nose should be kind of a rounded triangle with a highlight on top. Don't forget the little line on the bottom. Next, draw your eyebrows and these lines down the side of the face. Then curve these lines around to the side of the head, and don't forget the chin there. When doing the top of the head, leave a couple empty spots. That's where we're going to add the big fluffy ears. Now we're going to add the body. Make sure it's curved a little bit here on both sides. Now we're going to add the toes, the hind legs. Don't forget to add the feet and the tail. If you like this, share it with your other artist friends or somebody that might enjoy drawing this cute little puppy.
How to draw buildings? Well, you just plop down a cube, cut some square holes in it, slap a door in front, and add a roof on top, and you pretty much have a one-story building. But if you want to go a bit further than this level, try to look at buildings a bit differently. Imagine their foundation, which may or may not be peeking out, revealing small windows for the basement level, due to which you have small steps leading to the building's main entrance, which is usually centered to the building, depending on its design. And it's not just a square hole. This can be an arched entrance with arched windows that might have brick or stone masonry structure showing on its facade. Then if you add an extra floor, you don't just extrude your walls straight up, add a classical frieze and a crown to accentuate the separation of the two floors. Change up the windows, finish off with a cornice, and as for the roof, it can be tiled with a beautiful round roof window. But why stop here? There are so many different architectural styles, methods of construction, so I'll try and show you these in the future episodes of how to draw different buildings.
This one's going to be a little bit more advanced. Start with an oval, divide it in half. Now let's find the eye line. Halfway from the eye line to the bottom is the nose line. I'm going to make a U. Halfway from the bottom of the nose to the chin is the mouth. Draw an oval for the chin and another oval for the whole mouth. Find the width of the nose. That will tell you where the inside of the eyes is going to be. And 2 circles for the eyes. Outline the eyebrows. I'm going to draw 2 circles for the cheekbones. Draw a line all the way down the cheekbone to the side of the muzzle. Now some indications for the lips, and draw the rest of the jaw. Draw circles beside the eyes. This will let you know where the skull changes direction. I'm going to make some indications for ears, and same thing with the hair. Now we can start with some details. I have individual tutorials for the eyes, nose, and mouth. I'm going to drop in some of the neck anatomy now. For shading, I'm not going to think about the lighting too much at this point. We're going to cover this in another tutorial. I hope that helps you with your placement. If you got value from this content, please do follow, like, comment, and share for more art tips and tutorials.
Even if you have never drawn a specific creature before, you can use this simple approach to study them. Let's take this trash panda for example. I start by drawing a central line which acts as a guide for symmetry. Then I sketch the biggest shapes I can see, an oval for the head and these 2 shapes for the paws. They aren't even precise, you don't need to worry about it at this point. Then I add middle-sized shapes like the one for the mouth, 2 triangles for the ears and small circles for the eyes. Once I'm satisfied with the overall position of these shapes, I begin adding more details. I divide the paw shapes into individual fingers, pay attention to distances and proportions, and make adjustments if needed. Using a quite hard HB pencil and using it lightly allows me to correct any mistakes or messy lines as I go. Starting with the darkest values, I gradually add shading, working my way through mid-tones. For the finest details, I switch to a softer pencil. A mechanical pencil with 2B lead comes in handy for fine lines, hatching, or tiny details. I often use a blending stump. This is especially useful when capturing the fluffiness of an animal or when it's very smooth and fabulous. And for pinpoint erasing, like for white whiskers, this elastomer eraser provides the clean finish I'm looking for. So don't be intimidated if you haven't drawn some animal before. Observe the reference, embrace the simplicity of shapes, don't worry about the mistakes, and let your pencil bring them to life. This is how you've been drawing hands. Stop, because I'm going to show you the secret to draw hands in any position you want. The basic lines you're going to need start with this shape that's almost a rectangle, and then you add 4 little circles for the first knuckles and then lines like this for the length of the fingers. Add the middle knuckles and notice at the top that the middle finger is the highest point. And for the thumb, you can draw a circle on the side closer to the base of our initial rectangle and then shape all of our base lines into the hand. These guidelines will help you draw hands in absolutely any position, so let me show you how. I always start with with our almost rectangle. I'm drawing the knuckles and the lines, and then we can shape everything into fingers. If the hand is sideways, it's the same thing, so even if some of the fingers are hidden or part of the hand is hidden, you still draw the knuckles and lines so you know where everything should be, and then you draw the hand on top of your guidelines. Here's another example if the fingers are folded, so again you draw all the knuckles, and you can even break the fingers into little sections like this, and then you draw each section in the right direction, and then once you have the basic proportions you can outline everything. Here's one more example. In this one, instead of the knuckles, I'm drawing just the finger sections like I did before, and then you outline and add all the details. This is basically how I learned how to draw hands, and if you want to watch my full class on how to draw hands, you can do it for free in the link in my bio. It's a Skillshare class, it's the first link. And this is how you draw hands. Now follow me if you want to see how to draw this hand and this hand.
Please stop drawing those heavily detailed spiders. No. Anyway, here's some facts about spiders. In places like Brazil, Australia, and where I'm from, Texas, it is possible for millions of spiders to rain from the sky. Some species of spider, the male has a detachable penis, so when they mate, they'll just leave it inside. Other species of spider mate by making a bag out of webbing and then putting their sperm in it, and then they stuff it in or throw it in or something. Certain species of spider, like the brown recluse, the way their venom works is that it makes your blood cells explode. There is a species of spider that is so small that it's about the width of this 3mm pencil. So there could just be a ton in your nose, in your ear, in your eyes, and you would have no idea. But research has shown that some spiders grow larger than normal the more populated a city is. Last thing, there is basically a 100% chance that there's a spider in your house at any given moment.
Goku. Woohoo! Goku! Mwah!
Even if you have never drawn a specific creature before, you can use this simple approach to study them. Let's take this trash panda for example. I start by drawing a central line which acts as a guide for symmetry. Then I sketch the biggest shapes I can see, an oval for the head and these two shapes for the paws. They aren't even precise, you don't need to worry about it at this point. Then I add middle-sized shapes like the one for the mouth, two triangles for the ears and small circles for the eyes. Once I'm satisfied with the overall position of these shapes, I begin adding more details. I divide the paw shapes into individual fingers, pay attention to distances and proportions, and make adjustments if needed. Using a quite hard HB pencil and using it lightly allows me to correct any mistakes or messy lines as I go. Starting with the darkest values, I gradually add shading, working my way through mid-tones. For the finest details, I switch to a softer pencil. A mechanical pencil with 2B lead comes in handy for fine lines, hatching, or tiny details. I often use a blending stump. This is especially useful when capturing the fluffiness of an animal or when it's very smooth and fabulous. And for pinpoint erasing, like for white whiskers, this elastomer eraser provides the clean finish I'm looking for. So don't be intimidated if you haven't drawn some animal before. Observe the reference, embrace the simplicity of shapes, don't worry about the mistakes, and let your pencil bring them to life.